And we are now back with LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 with myself, the 99th Wrestling Fan. Just running around the Leaky Cauldron here for a minute before I begin year number 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban. Let's get into it. So, Prisoner of Azkaban, third book in the Harry Potter franchise, third movie as well. Harry goes back to Hogwarts for his, obviously, third year. And this is the beginning where his Aunt March is visiting, who firmly believes he's going to this disciplinary school. And around this is the scene where he basically insults his parents. And in frustration, because he can't necessarily control his temper and or magic, at this time, he inflates her and sends her flying. And he's like, well, I've probably already lost it, so I'm out of here. And then forgets his stuff, because, you know, that's what happens when you storm out. You forget everything. So, and you're not thinking. So that's all it is. Alrighty. So, now Harry has no idea where he's gonna go. He's looking for something, anything to try and get to somewhere associated with the wizarding world, and he just ran into this weird old dog. Hey! What's a stranded witch or wizard do except call upon the night bus? A triple-decker purple bus that is basically transportation. It's a big old taxi. You can get wherever you want to go. Anything. And because it's magic, it can transform. Oh yeah. Condense and stretch itself out as long as it wants to. So yep. Here we are at the Leaky Cauldron, where Harry wanted to go. Which is good. Now, this scene in the movie / the book, he had a full conversation with the minister saying, hey, here's all your stuff. We're not gonna expel you because you blew up your aunt. We're just gonna make her forget it ever happened. And call it a day. And now, the Weasleys are here. And Arthur's telling Harry that, hey, don't go looking for this man. Because he is a wanted and dangerous criminal from the wizard prison of Azkaban. So yes, that big old triangle you saw is the wizard prison Azkaban. Now, I have to deal with my living books. I'm just kidding. This right here is the Monster Book of Monsters. It is a book that is required by Hogwarts this year. For what reason? Who knows? Only that it is actually alive and is creepy. We have no idea how to deal with it, to the point where since the book is like actually alive, Harry had tightened his belt around it to keep it from, he just tightened an old belt around it to keep it from basically destroying his entire room. Which is something a lot of other students had done in the book. Or they would just keep it in a bag by itself so it wouldn't go after any of their other stuff. And yes, so this book was being used for the class Care of Magical Creatures for this year, because the books change every year depending on what's going on. We also, because we're running 2 for 2, can assume that there is a new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, because Lockhart is incapable of doing the job. Who knows who that will be? But that's beside the point. So now, what the heck did Harry do while in the Leaky Cauldron? Honestly, he just explored Diagon Alley. He kind of bought the rest. He stayed here for like the last week and a half of summer. Explored Diagon Alley more. Bought the rest of his school books. Got everything he needed. and spent the entire time convincing himself not to buy the Firebolt. A fancy broomstick that is significantly better than his Nimbus 2000. But... oh wait, gotta find those. But yeah, he ultimately decided, no, I'm not gonna buy it. But you could tell he wanted it, because he looked at it every single day while he was there. Okay, now what am I doing? Now I gotta build a strength potion, gotta get... find 5 red suitcases. There... oh, I can put that up here to get rid of these 2 kids. And do... where's number 4? That's not what I want. There's number 4's right. Move it, Ron. There it is. Number 4. Okay, I need this as well. What else is it? Because yeah, I need this before I can even use the potion ingredient. Can I like... no, I can't. All these stupid chests is in the way. Alright, there we go. And of course I can't do anything with the chest because I don't have a dark wizard yet. Alright. Let's actually go back here and get this first. And figure out where the... ooh, Flarkin Cauldron is. Before I jump onto the railroad tracks. It's not that serious. Yeah, I got the other one. I got a thing I can dig over there. Alright. Oop. Hey! That's not supposed to happen. But apparently it did happen. I thought when I... and it could just be a hick of the game. When you land down there, it just is supposed to stop you from moving and move everything else around you. Okay, well here's the strength cord that I have to pull. And here's the skeleton arm. But here's the 5th one of these, which is what I'm mostly looking for. And throw that in. Jump onto the railroad track. Okay, now let's use Hermione. Because Hermione now, where is it? Now has a pet in Crookshanks. Are you kidding me? Is this seriously the case of, okay, I can't use the potion ingredient and Crookshanks at the same time? No big deal. Well, this is Crookshanks, her pet cat she gets in this movie, on the grounds of she wanted a pet because Ron had a rat, and Harry had Hedwig. She wanted a pet to kind of fit in with them and the rest of the other wizarding friends. Contemplated an owl, so she would have one to keep in the owlry, but I don't necessarily think she likes the prices of the owls or couldn't find one she liked. Plus, Harry said he was good to just use, she was good to just use Hedwig if she ever needed to write a letter to someone. So this way she didn't have to pay for one of like the Hogwarts owls or something like that. And of course Ron nearly forgot his rat, which has been disappearing on him a lot this year. Kinda weird, ever since that dude broke out of Azkaban, this rat's been disappearing. Alright. Time to help the trolley witch. And yeah, we'll stick with Hermione for a little bit, why not? Besides, I'm pretty sure I'm about to lose Harry for a good chunk of this next part of the level. If you know, you know. Alright. Let me put some of these... oh my goodness. Right. I hate when it does that. So the weird thing is that... because there's something I can levitate in the first room, but it's hard to see because it's the student in peril. He's screaming in the first corridor, the one that's blocked by the dark magic. The problem is if you want to levitate those suitcases up, you really can't do that because it's registering the previous room. Well, the first room. So we're just gonna ignore him. Because honestly, the farther I get away from him, the less he'll be screaming. Okay, what else is over here? Because that's the... let's see, let's move on with this. 10,000. $300, and just, okay. Yeah, I guess we're good here. Once the trolley was on. Okay, let's put the key in. And did he have anything else for me to do? Nope, can't even blow up the trolley stand. Alright, let's get in here. Well, here we are on our way to Hogwarts, sitting with another person who is passed out. Who knows? Yep, Harry's gone. Ah, creepy eye person. Time to be a hero. Who is this mysterious man? Who is this mysterious person that we do not know? Well, that just spoiled it. Yep, okay. Meet Professor Lupin. The newest Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, who knows a spell to get rid of these creepy things. Also on the caveat, something interesting, he does not like the moonlight. For some odd reason. I don't blame him. But, I mean, I do blame him a little bit. What's not to like about the moonlight? It's nice. Unless you got a secret you're hiding. Even though, if you kind of look, because I will be flipping from him a couple of times, if you kind of look in the upper, left-hand corner where the character icon is, it does kind of tell you underneath them anything that they can do. It does give a little bit of a spoiler as to what he is if you haven't seen it. But if you have seen the movie or read the book, you'll kind of know. Let me not be in front of this thing. Alright. That takes care of that. And takes care of the silver lock. Hooray! That's done. Alright. So Professor Lupin, yes, is the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. He's got a secret because he doesn't like the moonlight, and is a former Hogwarts student. Going to Hogwarts about a generation ago, honestly around the same time Harry's parents were in Hogwarts. So it's kind of cool. If you want to get real technical with it. Anyway. So, with his secret and being the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, he is also known as, he's referred to as one of the best Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers they have. And there is something up here because I can hear the stupid chime. Okay. Get up. There we go, that's number 3. Alright. And let's put Crookshanks in the tube for no reason other than the fact I just got her first. Him first. Crookshanks is a him. Hermione. Ay. End of the day, it's a darn cat. That is still out here. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Let's put that there. Let's destroy that. And that's number 3. And let's get the pickaxe going. Yay, pickaxe! Alrighty. I'm trying to figure out what else I can talk about with Lupin that's, not going to necessarily spoil anything for the few people who might not have ever seen any of this. Well, let me get Hermione back out, because... Oh, wait. Let me just do that now before I forget. And, oh yeah, I forgot I can just jump over this. And there we go. We have all 4 house crests in the story mode. So now the only reason to come back here is to get the characters. Moon, potion, hat, star. Okay, moon, potion. Nope. My brain stopped. Hat, star. Alrighty. Moon, potion, hat, star. Done. Okie dokie. Let's levitate this back into place and try and prevent the moonlight from coming in. Oh yeah, because... Yeah, that's funny, is I'll freak out whenever you put him near the moonlight. Let's just play it safe and... Yep, make sure there's no moonlight in this next one that he can't interact with. In reality, this is the only real time you'll have to worry about the moonlight, because the end of it all, when it doesn't necessarily matter, you just don't necessarily need to worry about the moonlight. It's only this level, but that's just to prevent spoilers. Well, Harry's been attacked by a Dementor, a creature known for taking away the joy and happiness of the people that they have, and once they have all of it, that's it. So, that takes care of the level. We have the full house dress. Our first full house dress. Pretty sure it's the only one you can get all 4 in story mode as well. True Wizard we didn't get, but that's perfectly fine. There's also a handful of stuff we couldn't access. But, it's fine. But no, Dementor's known for taking the light out of everything, taking the happiness and joy out of everything, and Lupin gave Harry a piece of chocolate on the train to help with it. Why? Because chocolate is very, very helpful in the case of Dementors. So, here we are. The rat's now running away. There's a choir performance with frogs. And yes, we now do Professor Lupin and Professor Hagrid. Oh yeah, Hagrid is now running care of magical creatures. Davers and Crookshanks are still playing a game of cat and mouse. Literally. And Harry's just wolfing down his chocolate. But that's going to do it for this episode. We will continue this next time.